Welcome to my next franchise ranking video. As you can see by the thumbnail, in this particular video, I'm going to be ranking all the movies that are in the Bad Boys franchise, as I recently just saw the newest installment in the Bad Boys franchise, Bad Boys Ride or Die. So I'm going to rank these from my least favorite to my favorite, and honestly, all these are pretty good movies. So this actually isn't the easiest ranking to do. Before I give you my ranking, though, there's just a few things I want to cover. I'm going to be talking about spoilers, as well as the newest movie. I'm going to give spoilers away. So if there's ones that you haven't watched and I start talking about it, then I highly suggest that you skip ahead or stop watching the video to avoid any potential spoilers. And one other thing, and this goes without saying, this is going to be my personal opinion. We may not agree. If we disagree, that's fine. Just make sure you leave your ranking in the comment section. It's only 4 movies that you have to rank. Again, my personal opinion, and I had a tough time with this one. I've never did a Bad Boys franchise ranking before because it was just 3 movies before, but now that there's 4, I feel obligated to do so. And my number 4, when I recently rewatched it, because I just recently rewatched all these going into the newest one, they're all really good, and number 4 was a lot better than I remember. So this was not the easiest ranking to do. So again, watch out for spoilers, and this is my personal opinion. So let's kick the ranking off. Coming in 4th place, many of you might disagree, but my 4th place is going to be Bad Boys 2. When I saw this in the theater in 2003, I liked it, but I didn't love it. Rewatching it, I think I've watched it 4 times now total. I liked it a lot more this time, but this is just my least favorite movie of the franchise. You know, you have the whole ecstasy thing with Johnny Tapia and the guy that played the Russian guy in, well, the Russian cosmonaut in Armageddon, Peter Stormare or whatever his name is. You have Mike Lowry dating Sid, Marcus Burnett's sister, the drug lord Johnny Tapia in this movie. The movie's just too long, and I feel like there's some good dialogue scenes, but it really goes full Michael Bay, where there's like car chases and long extended scenes. I love the part where he's like, "Don't shoot in the car, shoot out there." I might be butchering the exact line, because I don't remember the dialogue as well in Bad Boys 2, but that was funny. I just feel like the character of Sid, played by Gabrielle Union, she was good, but we don't see her again. She gets mentioned, but we don't see her, and it's unfortunate. So, unfortunately, I had to put Bad Boys 2 as my number 4, because I just don't remember a lot about the film, even though I just recently rewatched it. So, coming in the 3rd place for me is going to be the newest movie in the franchise, and that's going to be Bad Boys Ride or Die. I'm not saying this is a bad movie. Again, it's just 4 really good movies, and it's hard to place them. I feel like this movie had the worst dialogue, but I could be wrong. I watched it 1 time thus far, but I felt like they weren't saying the things that I thought they were going to say, and they were doing like cartoonish things like slow motion Skittles falling, and that stuff just irritated me. Obviously, the plot is, you know, Captain Howard's dead, and there was something that triggered a text message, a video message being sent to Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett. And so they go on, you know, then he's proved to be corrupt and like this behind all this shit with the cartel. So Mike and Marcus have to try to clear Captain Howard's name. Things I liked about the movie, you get Fletcher coming back, played by NBA champion John Sally. I liked his character. They did Fletcher wrong, though. That pissed me off. I liked the whole dynamic between the Dorn character and Kelly. We don't see a lot of them, but we do see them. They just don't get enough screen time because the screen time has to be devoted to Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett. We get Armando, Mike Lowry's son. He does pretty good. He got kind of a redemption arc in this movie. And then you, of course, get Reggie, who stole this show. And I think everybody that does a review talks about the certain things that I'm talking about. Reggie, the nerd from Bad Boys 2, and then he was in Bad Boys 3 briefly. Or Bad Boys Ride or Die, or no, Bad Boys for Life, I'm sorry. Reggie was amazing, and like the time that he got in this movie, he really had like the craziest moment where well, I'm going to tell you what it is, because I already warned you about spoilers, where he like kills all these SWAT team, or I don't remember what they're SWAT team guys, but these mercenaries on the other side, and he like takes them all out one by one and saves the day for the, you know, Marcus's wife, she's recasted in this movie, which really pissed me off, and of course Marcus's daughter. So that's then that, and then you get Ray Seahorn, who played Kim Wexler on Breaking Bad as Judy Howard. That's Captain Howard's daughter, and then her daughter is also in the movie. I believe her name was Callie. She's pretty good. She doesn't get a huge focus, but she's like this. She wants vengeance because she believes that Armando killed Captain Howard, which I don't remember. I thought he did kill Captain Howard, but apparently he didn't in Bad Boys for Life. So there's that, but he gets a good redemption arc at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert. She has the opportunity to shoot him, and her daughter stands in the way. And then she's like, get out of here, go, before I change my mind. And then you have our villains in this movie. The main villain is really McGrath, who's like this guy that was tortured, that, turned his back on, people because he's mad about being tortured. He's all right. I don't mind him. He's pretty ruthless. But then you have the guy that's kind of pulling all the strings. I don't remember. I think it was Mayor Calloway or something like that. It's played by the guy that played Mr. Fantastic. So obvious that he's like the twist villain in this movie. So I didn't like that. But again, I'm mad about, the recasting of Teresa. Not sure why they did that. I'm sure they have reasons. Maybe the actress just couldn't do the movie. That might be the case. The Reggie scene was amazing. They killed off Fletcher, which really pissed me off. And then Captain Howard, in one of his video messages, says that the other two guys that used to have banter with Mike and Marcus, they died as he told them about what he knew, and they investigated and they died. So it sucks when people get killed off screen. But, the movies, and a lot of people are saying this, and I hate to copy what they say, but I was thinking this too. The movies are turning into the Fast and the Furious franchise, and it's unfortunate. But that any event, I like the movie. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's going to go down in quality, I think, from this one. But Bad Boys, Ride or Die is my number 3. Coming in second place for me is going to be Bad Boys for Life. Now, a lot of people actually put this movie at number 1. And you know what? I had to actually contemplate doing that. But I couldn't do that because of certain reasons. But you get the whole story. Well, first of all, Mike Lowry gets shot in this movie. He recovers, and then he has this, he was working as an informant, undercover, sleeping with this cartel member's wife, Isabel, and he ends up having a son with her that he didn't know about, Armando, and Armando's the best villain, but now he's not a villain. He's killing off random people. And then you have this moment in the movie where you have Captain Howard getting shot and killed. I did not see that coming. You also have this other team that joins Mike and Marcus. You have Rita. Well, Lieutenant Rita, but she becomes Captain Rita. You have, again, the two characters I mentioned, Dorn and Kelly. You have the other guy, which I don't remember his name. I didn't actually take a note of his name. That was pretty good, and it's good. I felt like it actually worked. It just, we're getting the same movie, but with less quality with the newest one. But I was pleasantly surprised by Bad Boys for Life, the best movie of 2020, which I guess isn't really saying much because not a lot of movies came out in 2020 after March, but really liked the movie, and I did have to contemplate putting that as my number 1, which obviously leaves my favorite movie in the Bad Boys franchise, and that would be the original Bad Boys, What You Gonna Do? I love this movie. I think it's an awesome movie. Now, it's kind of cheesy because, it did come out in 1995. I did see this in the theater along with all the other movies. I saw it opening week, and I really liked it. I was a big fan of Will Smith when I saw him in Independence Day, and I think I saw him in one other movie before that. It's Whoopi Goldberg, Ted Danson, who I can't stand Whoopi Goldberg right now. Made in America. I never watched Fresh Prince, but I saw Will Smith in Made in America, and I just kind of kept my eye on him, I guess, and I really like Will Smith. And I think the dialogue is awesome. Like the part at the beginning of the movie with the two guys, and they have, it's like a carjacking, and then Marcus gets the upper hand, and he's like, passenger 757, now give me a motherfucking handy wipe. And then the scene where Mike's in the car with Marcus before they sing the Bad Boys song, He's like some rich kid playing cop, and then I might get the line wrong, but I love the dialogue. And Mike's like, you know what? I'm so sick and tired of this bullshit. What, do I gotta apologize for my family leaving me money? All I ever want to be is a cop. I get up in the morning and I take it to the max every day. I'm the first one through the door and I'm always the last one to leave the crime scene. So you know what? Fuck you and fuck them and fuck everybody who has a problem with Mike Lowry. So I love that. Just the whole don't be alarmed, we're Negroes thing. The villain in this movie, which a lot of people don't like, it's like Anton Fauché, I believe it's pronounced, which I just watched the movie, and I've seen the movie probably at least 10 times, probably 20 times. Fauché, I think, is a good movie. He's relentless. He doesn't hesitate with things, and I think he's really good. The most annoying part of Bad Boys is Julie, Téa Leoni's character. Don't like her at all. I can't stand her, but I think the whole thing with her dogs really pissed me off. Of course, you have Marcus Burnett having to be Mike Lowry in the movie. And let's not forget about our favorite doorman, Chet. I want to see Chet in another movie, so hopefully some year they can make that happen. But I already touched upon, I think the dialogue in this movie is really great. I think the last two movies haven't had the best dialogue, especially the newest one. But what do I know? I'm sure everybody else, all of you out there, has something different to say. So that's all I really have to say about Bad Boys, and that's why Bad Boys from 1995 is my favorite at the moment in the Bad Boys franchise. So there you have it. There's my ranking. Hopefully you didn't already click off the video because I put Bad Boys 2 in last place. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to put the newest movie in last place, and you know what? I wouldn't be against that, because like I said, rewatching Bad Boys 2, which I can't remember the last time I watched it, it's got to be, I didn't rewatch Bad Boys 2 before I went to see Bad Boys for Life, so it's got to be at least 10 years since I rewatched it. I know I saw it in the theater once, I bought it when it came out on DVD, and then I think I watched it either one or two other times, and that's it. So I've seen it at least 4 times and now 5 times, so a lot of people probably will put the new one in last place, and that's not a bad ranking either. Again, these are all really good movies. So again, let me know what you think in the comment section if you're a fan of ranking videos, whether it be franchise ranking videos or TV show ranking videos, and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Please Hulk smash the like button. Otherwise, I'm going to have to send Chet the doorman after you. Well, I guess he's not really that intimidating. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on my ranking of the Bad Boys franchise. What'd you think of it? Are you really different than I am? Let me know in the comment section. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.